Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On second down, McLeod. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, Jackson. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run on first down. McLeod. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Jacksonville.
Throwing is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down now, McLeod. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Jackson now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
14 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. Third down here.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Here's Jackson on third and long. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Regular. Check. 44 is the mark. 44 is the mark. Check. Watch the back.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, Mayfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jaguars.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Able to complete this one to McLeod. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
21. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
To number 20.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
To throw is Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Complete to
another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
On first down, McLeod. Open space inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
He was brought down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
44 is the mark. 44 is the mark. Check, check. Record.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablets.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Play action. It's Jackson. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
He was brought down at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and
To
7.
throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
From the gun, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. They toss it left side to Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board. Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
6-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Browns 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield looks to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver.
How you like me now?
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
A great play there. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Browns 13.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield now from the 50. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Mayfield's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
Always a pleasure.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, McLeod. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
Complete to Allen.
A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards.
1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. McLeod. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
14-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Jackson now on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jones. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, McLeod, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Number 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's checking. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
To number 82.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, alert 33. 55. Right there, 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
11 more yards. That's another Brown.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line. A 2-yard pickup brings up
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jaguars 38, Browns 20.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
55. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watching your grind. All day, every day, any day. Chance.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Come on. 55. Point it right.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
On second down now, McLeod. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 14.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He can't get him down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw.
It's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And Jackson throwing once more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. McLeod. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal from the 1.
Go, go, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now Jackson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Caleb Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Browns, a big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they are barely afloat.